In the shadow of a diplomatic fallout between Canada and India, why a Canadian border worker fears for his life.
I've protected our country for 20 years, and I need our country to protect me.
Why he's being targeted from India. Evan Dyer spoke to him about the threats and what he's doing to keep his family safe.
Sonny Sidhu has worked in Canada's Border Services Agency for 2 decades. Here he appears on the global TV show Border Security. Since that show was recorded, he's been promoted to the rank of superintendent. It was a YouTube video posted a year ago and since removed that first alerted him to danger.
Now we've got you in our sights. I'm Major Gaurav Arya and you're watching the Chanakya Dialogues English.
Major Gaurav Arya, a pro-Modi influencer with ties to Indian intelligence agencies,
Canadian terrorists,
included Sonny Sidhu in a list of wanted Khalistani terrorists.
Canada has become a safe haven for Khalistani terrorists. Not only are the Khalistanis being given a free run and platform, they're also employed by the Canadian government. Can you believe that?
It was the start of a campaign accusing Sonny Sidhu of terrorism and murder across Indian television, newspapers, and social media, including his family's address and violent threats.
I have zero links to any of these organizations. I've never supported these organizations. I don't know any members in these organizations. So they're pulling these allegations out of thin air.
Sidhu had every reason to worry. Another man named in one of Major Arya's videos was shot dead in Winnipeg the next day. That man did have links to Punjabi gangs. Sidhu believes he's being targeted because he, as well as his brothers, are Canadian public servants.
If I was Sonny, the blueberry farmer, we wouldn't be sitting here. I've protected our country for 20 years, and I need our country to protect me. I've been told you cannot be picking up your daughter at school. I have to change vehicles. I've had to relocate my family to a different residence.
Sidhu told CBSA as soon as he learned about the video.
They've gone through my bank statements, my telephone records. I was subject to 2 days of polygraph examinations.
CBSA says it found no evidence to support the allegations made in the articles against our employee, Mr. Sidhu. Sidhu's lawyers say the accusation is part of a campaign of violence and disinformation on Canadian soil.
There is an orchestrated campaign by a foreign entity that has nefarious purposes. They have accused him of something that is just patently not true.
Sidhu has spent tens of thousands of dollars trying to protect his family. This former CSIS director says the Canadian government has a responsibility.
He is being subjected to all of this because he's a Crown servant, largely, I think. So yeah, there is a duty, I think, of care and concern. And I can't see any reasons why, with the vast resources of the government of Canada, they couldn't have put him in a better position.
Sonny Sidhu is in the clear with the government of Canada, but that doesn't mean that he's out of danger from the government of India. And his lawyers are now in talks with the federal government to see if they can do more for him, including perhaps giving some protection to him and his family.
So, Evan, can you walk us through why India would want to accuse someone like Sonny Sidhu?
Well, the crux of India's complaint against Canada is that this is a permissive environment for India's enemies. And since this dispute began last year, the Indian government has been attacking the Trudeau government, accusing it of deliberately coddling Khalistanis in order to create what they call a vote bank to help it win elections. The claim that Canada would allow a Khalistani to work in a sensitive national security job fits into that narrative, of course. And so it's an allegation not only against Sonny Sidhu, but it's also an allegation against Canada.
All right, thank you. That's Evan Dyer in Ottawa tonight.